Do you find it frustrating watching all these YouTube videos and you're wondering, gosh, who is going to give me a basic look? Something I can do without brushes, something I can do on my own. So if you want to see a beginner-friendly makeup with no brushes, using just your fingers, watch this video. I am super duper stoked today to make this video for you. Why? Because it was requested by a subscriber, so that makes me excited. So she says, I only wear eyeliner, shadow, and lipstick. This video is for me, LOL. I was calling to see if you actually have a video of every product we need to make a whole makeup face, like foundation, powder, and stuff, blush, etc. I do not have a clue as to how to even shop for foundation. If you have one, can you please direct me to it? Thank you, sweet Jote. Okay, so this is from Two Through Y'all. Hello girl, and thank you so much for your comment. I will be making a foundation video because you requested it and it means a lot to me. Guys, watch out for my next video. I will get to foundations in another video. It's going to take too long to do foundation. So we'll be tackling how to look for your foundation or how to shop for your foundation. I am using all drugstore products today. Okay, so this is definitely a beginner-friendly video. Video is for the person who doesn't have brushes, doesn't know where to start. Okay, what are the products that you need for your entire face if you're doing a makeup and you are a beginner? You need your foundation, you need your pressed powder or loose powder, whichever you prefer. I like a full coverage face, so I use pressed powder, and I use loose powders to set my concealer. That's another thing. We're not even talking about that. But if you like your face to look lighter, loose powder can work. If you like your face to look beat up, baked, made up, you want to use pressed powder. So you need a foundation, your powder of choice, you need a blush. I have two here. This is a L'Oreal blush. This is a NYX blush. So you need your blush, you need your eyeshadow palette. This is by Wet n Wild. You need your eyeshadow. You don't have to have a palette. If you just have one color, that's fine. Like I said, this is beginner friendly. You need an eyebrow pencil, dark brown or black if you are very, very dark. This is a Wet n Wild Simmer Brown. As you guys know, this is my favorite eyebrow pencil. So you can use a dark brown pencil or a brown pencil. I have a black eyeliner. This is also a Wet n Wild pencil. It's just jet black. You need a lip liner. This is by NK Makeup. This is Beauty Supply, whatever color you want. If you're a beginner, I'll say dark brown or brown. If you're wearing red lipstick, then red. You need a lipstick or lip gloss of your choice. I'm going with Ruby Kisses. This is also bought in the Beauty Supply store, and I have NYX lipstick here. Probably mix it. I have e.l.f. setting spray. If you want to set your face, great. If you don't want to, nobody's forcing you to. It is fine. A concealer, probably a shade lighter than your skin. This is maybe about, geez, 4 shades lighter than my skin. That's just because I like my concealer to really, really pop. And I know how to work it. But as a beginner, you want your concealer to be maybe a shade lighter than your skin tone. Got it? You need your mascara, and guys, that's about it. If you wanted to buy brushes and didn't know where to start, how many brushes would you buy? What would you use it for, right? So let me show you. I bought the Real Techniques. I bought these Real Techniques brushes. It was a set of 4. If you are a beginner and you want a set, I will say you can get these Real Techniques. I got them from Target. I won't be surprised if Walmart sells it too. Walmart has everything. This is like a foundation brush. You can use one brush for 2 things or 3 things if you're very comfortable with brushes. And then it comes with this small one, which basically is like a precision brush. You can use it in tiny corners. You can use it to pack shadow, you can use it to shape your brows, so you can use this for a lot of things. And then we have this one, which is like a contour brush. You can use it to contour. You can use it to shape your nose, you know, whatever you want. And then they have this, which is like a blush brush. You could also use it as a powder brush, okay? If you wanted to buy a set, this Real Techniques set will be good for a beginner. However, if you wanted to pick your own brushes, you can get e.l.f. e.l.f. is very cheap. This is a complexion brush, and basically it's a powder brush. You can buy this individually, and I think they run about $3 or $1.50 each. Don't quote me, it's been a while since I bought them. A blush brush. This is a blush brush. You can use that for blush, you can use that for powder. You can use a brush for many things, one brush for many things, however comfortable you are with the brush, okay? Eyeshadow brush, good for blending. If you put eyeshadow on your eye, you will just basically use the eyeshadow blending brush to blend it out so it's not harsh. And then you can buy this eyeshadow brush. This is also by e.l.f. You can use this to pack your shadow. You could use this one to pack eyeshadow down on your eyelid or up on your brow. Use the blending brush to blend the edges. Makes sense? If it doesn't, tell me. I will make a video using these brushes so you know how to go about it. But today's video, we are not using brushes. We are only using fingers. So let's say you've bought your foundation, you've bought your powder, you've bought your blush, your eyeshadow set, little palette, a concealer, eyebrow pencil, lip pencil, mascara, lipstick, and setting spray. I will start by putting the setting spray all over my face to help the canvas ready for makeup application. I'm gonna wait a little bit and let it dry. And then I'll go in with my foundation. Shake the foundation and I'll pump a little bit, 2 pumps on the back of my hand, on a brush if you're using a brush, on a beauty sponge if you're using a beauty blender. And I will just put them all over. This is what I used to do. And then I use my finger to blend everything in. When you apply a foundation, make sure you get the sides of your nose around here, because whether you like it or not, your foundation has a slight different than your skin tone, right? So you don't want 2 shades. And make sure you go underneath your chin so we are matching from the ear down to our chin. Okay? You don't want a streak like that. Around your lips, guys. All around your lips. So, yep, this is how I used to do my foundation back in the day. When you're done, you want to put some concealer underneath your eye so to brighten it out. Back in the day, I didn't even use concealers. I didn't need it. I didn't know how to work it, so I didn't use it. But now that I know about concealers and I know how to work it, I want a little brightness under my eye. So nothing too much. You use the pad of your ring finger here, and we will just pat that underneath the eye. And in the corner right here. And bring it down a little bit, guys, into, like, you know, almost like a triangle down this way. You know what I mean? And while you're patting, it's like you're blending the 2 colors together. Okay, so that's it. Now that brightens up the under eye a little bit, doesn't it? So we'll do here also. And that is it. Using your fingers. So let's say you wanted to brighten up just here. You will put maybe a dab and brighten your forehead. Now, see what I've done? You don't want to leave your face like this. You want the two colors to marry. Now, you don't want to spread it all up. It should be concentrated just around here. So I'm gonna do this. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until they're blended. And you see that? I'm gonna just do it towards my nose till it's blended. Now you can't see it. You can't tell one color from the other because they're blended. All right? So that's the idea. That's it. Do you get what we just did? We put spray, foundation. We put a little bit of concealer here. I put like 3 dots and blended it in. I put 1 dot and blended it here. Now let's say, okay, I'm getting this. I think I'm kind of comfortable. What more can I do, Marissa? You can put a little concealer underneath your brow bone. That helps as a highlight. Right here, right here. You're going to use your finger, your ring finger. Blend, 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 blend right there. Okay, we don't want the blending to show. So we need to marry the colors together. Now, you see that? That gives me a highlight. Who in the world keeps texting me? What was I saying? Guys, look at this and look at that. See, I haven't blended this yet, but like you can tell the difference in how highlighted this looks already. Oh my God! Can you already tell how highlighted the bone is? So, okay, let me blend this in. Blend, 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 blend. On the bone, okay? On the bone. Don't bring it to the eye. I mean, even though you can, we're not there yet. This is just basics. So on the bone, blend everything in so we don't look like patchy. All right? Foundation settles in the creases of the eye, so you want to make sure that you always go back and pat around your eye because the creases will have foundation settled in. So before you put powder, go back and tap, 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 because as you blink, as you're talking, you're making faces, foundation and concealers are settling in creases. So pat before we set, okay? All right, are we getting this basic foundation? Let's do a recap. We sprayed our setting spray, the e.l.f. setting spray. You can use whatever brand you want. We let it dry. Then we put our foundation. And then we put concealer underneath the eye and we blended it in. And then we put one concealer here and we blended it in. And then we put concealer on the brow bone and we blended it in. That's where we are right now. We're gonna take powder. The powders come usually with a sponge. Now I have thrown my sponge away. So I'm gonna go into this Clinique and borrow the sponge from the Clinique thing, but I'm not going to use that because we're doing all drugstore today. I have 2 colors of the drugstore Maybelline Fit Me powder, and I'll show you. This is a tad bit darker and this is a little lighter. So what I like to do is I would put the dark to contour my nose, around my face to give me some contour look, and then I will use the lighter one to set underneath my eye the places that I want to be bright. Do you get what I'm coming from? So a highlighter is to brighten. A low light or contour is to darken. So I would usually use the dark to do my low lights, contour, or highlights. Where did we highlight? We highlighted our brow bone. We highlighted our underneath our eye and forehead. We could highlight our nose if we wanted to, but we're not doing all that today. So what I'm going to do is take this puff that comes with the powder, and this is my lighter powder underneath my eye, cheekbone, to my mouth, the places that I highlighted, over my nose, the brow, okay? Alright guys, so that has just basically set my foundation that I did, but the perimeter is not set. So I'm gonna go for the darker one, and I'm gonna use that to set, to give me a contour, kind of like a contour. Now, do you see what's happening? Do you see the action that's happening? Do you see? So that kind of gives me like a contour. If you don't know where to place it, do this. And that tells you where to place it, okay? Now, make sure that colors always marry, because you can definitely see the difference in colors, dark and light. So marry the colors together on the edges. And all I'm doing is just pressing the powder in. I am not doing this action because I don't want to remove any product. So I am blending. Okay? You got it? All right, good. And whatever is left off, I'm just going over around my nose here. Anywhere I see shine, that tells me there is no powder. I'm just going over with powder. And because it's left over, it's not pigmented enough to change anything. Is this beginner friendly enough? I hope so. The next thing you want to do is brush your eyebrow. Brush your eyebrow before you draw it, okay? To draw the eyebrow, I like to start from the edge. And how do I know? Okay, so maybe I don't know where. I'll go to the side of my nose, and wherever my pencil hits, that's gonna be my start. Wherever it hits, that's where I start. Make sense? That's where I start. So I will start here and say that's my start line. And if you are a beginner, please don't draw your brow starting from the top, because the idea is that you open up your eyes, not to dim it. If you start from the top, you might dim your face, bring it in. You don't want to do that. You want to open it up. So start drawing your eyebrow from the bottom. Starting from the bottom, now we're here. And flick it up. Follow the natural shape of your brow, okay? And when you followed the natural shape of your brow, now you can draw the top. Starting from the top. Gentle strokes. The pencil is very, very pigmented. So gentle strokes. So let's say you mess up and you're thinking, oh Lord, what do I do now? What do you do when you've messed up? You could always use your powder to fix your mess up, and I will show you, because I have spots that are not great either. Look, I have a boo-boo right here. So I'm just gonna use my finger to wipe it. Finger to wipe this. Use my finger to wipe this. Finger to wipe this. I can go back to the powder and just basically use it to clean around the brow. Clean around the brow. And whatever's left on there, I'm just gonna touch, because my eyebrows can be very oily. I just set it with the powder to kind of help it not get so greasy looking. And I'm gonna brush the front corner right here with a spoolie to diffuse the color there a little bit more so it doesn't look too drastic. Basic eye look. Okay guys, next we're gonna go to our Wet n Wild. So you would say, gosh, I have this palette, I don't know what to do with it. The whole idea, you remember that we highlighted our eyebrow? Good. So that means any color here that is bright can be used as a highlighter, which means what? It can go on the brow bone. Now, this side of your eye is your crease. That's where you want your medium or dark colors to go. Okay? You want the dark colors to go to the eye, side of the eye, or in the middle. So you can do bright, dark, bright. Or you can do medium, bright, 2 colors. Or you can do bright, halfway, dark, halfway, 2 colors. Okay, today we're going to do 3 colors. Our light color, I like this. Light color will go to my brow bone. The whole idea, guys, is that you blend it in. Blend it in. You want everything blended. You don't want any harsh edges, okay? So I have my highlighter on my brow bone right there. Medium color or dark color goes inside the middle. So what is our dark color here? Here, this is dark, this is medium. This is kind of medium light. So because this is dark, I will tap a little bit and I will start here. Corner, okay? Do you see that? Corner here. And tap, 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 tap right here. Only one tap, guys. Don't go back into the palette yet unless you need it. And because I started here, it's more concentrated here. So I'm tapping over, and making sure that the colors all are marrying together. So now I'm just diffusing it, and whatever's left, I'm bringing it a little bit close to the inner portion. And now we're gonna look for a light color on our lid. So what light color can we use on our lid? We can use either this color or we can use the blue. Let's go for the blue because I'm wearing blue. So you want to use the shimmer colors on your brow bone and your lid, and your matte colors inside your crease. The matte colors are the ones without the shiny things in them. And the shimmer colors are the colors with the shiny things in them. This color has an iridescent behavior. Interesting. Guys, this is it. Dark, light, light, or medium. Or color. And that's it. I am going to do is show you how you can be extra. So, hey, you've learned how to put a light color, a dark to medium color, and a light color up here. Now you're thinking, okay, I've mastered this look. Maybe I can go a little over. I can do something and be a little bit of an overachiever. What can I do? Take a light color or a gold color, maybe this gold, okay, and just concentrate in the center, right there. Now that, doesn't it change it already? Do you see it? So I used gold. Let's say, what's in here? Or maybe a pink. Maybe this iridescent pink will be nice. I'm gonna go over the gold. And that changes it. Makeup is, it's like art. It's what you make it. Now you see all these things and you're wondering, what in the world are they doing? Add. But simplicity is elegant, right? So just do the most basic, and as you learn, you can add to it. At this point, guys, you would take your finger, wipe it on a paper towel, go over the top to make sure that everything is blended and seamless. You don't want any harsh lines, okay? You would take either a dark brown or a black eyeliner and just draw very, very close to your lash line, a line here. So let's say maybe you're not too comfortable drawing a line. Concentrate on the corner and you're done. That's it. If you want to bring it in, great. If you don't, fine. Mascara to the rescue. This is it, guys. Now, because I'm okay drawing it in, I will do that. I'll bring it low here. And that's it. Finish this eye and I'll be right back. We will continue the rest of the face. I'll go back to my powder to make sure that this eye is cleaned up right here. It's all about going back and forth. If you make a mess, you clean it up. And why am I cleaning it up? Look here. I've been touching my eye, doing this eye look and everything. It doesn't look very clean, right? See what happens when I clean underneath my eye. It makes it sharp. Look how much better. You see that? So now that I've done that, we're going to take blush. And this blush, it's almost creamy, so I'm just going to tap my finger into it. I'm going to tap my cheekbone with my blush. And I'm going to go in circles right here on my cheekbone. This is all because we don't have a brush. You don't have to do this part. Really, you don't. You can forego this and just leave your face like this. That's fine too. But I'm just putting a little bit of color. Now because that's cream, it's a little hard to blend. This one is more powdery, so it's easy to, it's forgiving. So I'm gonna put this, and I'm sure you can see that better. You see that? You can see that better. And this I can actually work in much, much better. What you do to one, you must do to the other. So since I put a little bit of this here, I'm gonna go back to that and put a little bit of that here also. So we've done our whole face with our fingers. Next, we will do lip liner. Wipe my lip chapstick off. Wait a minute. This is not what I want to use. I want to use the NK. And we're going to take our lip gloss or lipstick. We're going to go with our lipstick. This is Ruby Kisses in color Mauve It. That's very pretty. And use your finger to blend. So we've blended our lip liner and our lipstick together. Take your puff with the powder, a little bit of powder, clean around your lips. Oh, I'm just going to use this one. This is also by NYX Lip Smacking Fun Colors and Color Rouge. And I'm going to apply that in the center. I didn't have to, I just wanted a little bit creaminess. Let's put your mascara. Okay, so be careful you don't mess up your eye. I like to put it on my lashes first and then roll my lashes. Roll it to pick some more products, and then I brush it up. One thing I will say though is, you've done this basic look, you put a little bit of a highlight, but we didn't do contour, right? So you're thinking to yourself, well, I like to learn how to do contour. I stopped here so you know that you can stop here if you want to. If you wanted to go a little bit more further and add to it, you can, because we haven't done our setting spray. You can add a little contour and shape your nose, okay? Now, how are we gonna do that with our fingers? Well, this is from the Beauty Supply. This is Ruby Kisses Mineral Powder in a darker shade. I'm going to take that with my ring finger again, and underneath my cheek where my look at the top of my ear. Do you see that? Top of my ear down straight goes to my lip. I'm going to go here and stop halfway about there. And what I'm going to do is angle my face, put my finger towards my ear and tap. So I can have, you see a dark shade coming? Alright, you make sure you blend it in. And you blend it in going upwards. So we'll do this. It's very subtle. You add on, you always want to start little and add on, okay? You don't want to go too crazy, because you can take away, but you can always add. Okay. Now whatever's left on my finger, tapping my nose, the sides of it. The nose is very hard to blend, so you have to be very careful not to just pick product and put on your nose. You always use your leftover on the sides of your nose. Add on. We are done. At this point, you would take your setting spray and just spray your face. But before I do that, I want my face to be a little bit more set with powder. So I'm gonna, because I'm kind of hot in here, these lights are hot, so I'm gonna go in again with my light color, and I'm gonna take this back and I'm gonna set my face one more time, just because I feel like I'm starting to get oily. And I will set my face. I'm gonna go over everything with this powder. I'm starting to get a little oily. And I'll use the side for the center of my nose. The center of my nose. The rest of it underneath the eye towards my mouth. And I'm gonna do one. Now look at this. This is what we call the reverse contour. If you want, just take your powder that you're using, bottom of your ear this time, right? And just go right here and stop. Go right here and stop. Okay, look. Look. I'm gonna wipe so I don't have any more product, so I can go over everything. Pat, pat, pat. I'm not taking away from anything. I don't want to change any colors. I don't want to mess up anything. I'm just patting to take all the oil off before I set my face. Now y'all know I have hooded eyes, so I tend to transfer eyeshadow over to my crease. Like, see, you can see that. So just because of that, I'm gonna tap into the brown one more time and just go over the top here where my crease line is kind of falling over my eyelid, just so it's not showing too much of that shimmer color. And always blend, 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 blend. We're all done. We used our fingers, no brushes. We did this. Truth for y'all. Can you do this look? Loves, can you do this look? I think you can. I think you can. See, now that I'm done with y'all, I'm gonna put some highlighter, because girl, I need some highlighter. This is the NYX highlighter. You can find that in the beauty supply as well. You know, I gotta highlight a little bit, girl. Back to brush. It didn't do much, but at least I have a highlighter. Let's look to another step over. I'm gonna take my bronzer and go in and really cut this contour. Bring out the highlight a little bit more on this nose, this forehead. I am really excited about today's video.